They called it superstition until the pattern became impossible to ignore. 13 athletes, peak physical condition, champions of their sport, all wore number 13, all dead before their prime. And number 1? His team tried to retire the number twice. It kept coming back. I'm your host at Ominus, where sports legends meet unexplainable tragedies. Let's count down. MotoGP, October 23rd, 2011. Sepang International Circuit, Malaysia, Lap 2. Marco's doing what he always does, pushing limits, chasing glory. Number 58 on his bike. Wait, didn't we say 13? We did, because Marco wore 58. But in numerology, 5 plus 8 equals 13. And in racing, numbers mean everything. Turn 11. His rear tire loses grip. The bike wobbles. He tries to save it. Can't. Slides into the racing line. Colin Edwards swerves. Valentino Rossi can't. Neither can Edwards' bike on the return. Impact. Direct. Helmet comes off on impact. A freak occurrence even in a crash. Medical team responds in seconds. He never regains consciousness. 24 years old. His team, Gresini Racing, retires the number. But here's what they don't tell you. Marco had changed his number to 58 specifically because he wanted the sum to be 13. Said it was his lucky number. Called it his edge. 3 races later, his team stops using that logic entirely. Baseball. August 16th, 1920. Polo Grounds, New York. 5th inning. Cleveland Indians versus Yankees. Ray's at bat. Carl May's on the mound. The pitch comes inside. Fastball. Ray doesn't move, doesn't even flinch. The ball hits his temple. Witnesses said the impact was unmistakable, the kind you don't forget. Mays thought it hit the bat. He fielded it, threw to first. Then everyone realized. Ray was standing there, still. Then he collapsed. He walked off the field. Can you imagine? Fractured skull. And he walked. Said he was fine. 12 hours later, he's gone. The only MLB player ever killed by a pitch during a game. His number? 13. Cleveland retired it immediately. Didn't wear it again for 40 years. Some numbers, they said, carry weight you can't see. And if you ask any batter about inside pitches after Chapman, they'll tell you. Everyone remembers him before they step in the box. By the way, if you're already feeling uneasy, go ahead and hit subscribe, because we're just getting started. And trust me, you don't want to miss where this goes. Volleyball. January 24th, 1986. Matsue, Japan. Flo's playing for Daiei in a Japanese league match. She's a giant, 6'5", dominant at the net, Olympic silver medalist. Between sets, she rotates out, sits on the bench, normal routine. Then she slumps forward. Teammates think she's stretching. She's not. Trainers rush over. No pulse, no response. She's 31 years old. Autopsy reveals Marfan syndrome, a genetic disorder affecting connective tissue. Her height, her reach, her athleticism, all linked to the condition that killed her. And her number? 13. She'd worn it since college, said it made her stand out. After her death, USA Volleyball retires the number nationally. Not just one team, every team. They don't want anyone else carrying that weight. And here's the disturbing part. She'd passed every physical, every screening. No one caught it until it was too late. Formula 1, May 1st, 1994, Imola, Italy. San Marino Grand Prix, Ayrton's in his Williams FW16. Position 1, pole, lap 7, Tamburello corner, a left-hander at 192 Kraft. His car doesn't turn, goes straight, hits the concrete barrier at 145 mph after braking. The impact was catastrophic. What happened next was broadcast to millions. They couldn't look away. Wait, Senna wore number 1, not 13. True, but here's what they don't mention. His car number that day was technically FW16. 1 plus 6 equals 7, not 13. Except Senna had a ritual. He always carried a Brazilian flag with 13 stars, representing the country's original states. He'd wave it after every win. That flag was in his car when he crashed. They found it afterwards, torn. Some coincidences don't feel random. And when 3-time world champions die on live television, people look for patterns. The number 13 was his ritual, his tradition, and Imola became his grave. Basketball, July 27th, 1993. Brandeis University Gym. Reggie's shooting around. Off-season. Casual practice. Boston Celtics captain. Just 27 years old. He collapses. Mid-shot. Falls. Doesn't get up. Paramedics arrive. Can't revive him. Cardiac arrest. No warning. His number? 35. Not 13, but 3 plus 5 equals 8. Still not 13. Except Reggie had worn number 13 in high school. Changed it when he went pro. Thought it would bring better luck. 3 months before he died, he'd collapsed during a playoff game. Doctors found irregular heartbeat. Cleared him to play anyway. Said it was safe. He trusted them. They were wrong. And here's what makes it worse. After his death, the Celtics discovered he'd been playing with a severe heart condition for years. Undiagnosed. Untreated. The number didn't kill him. But the pattern? Undeniable. Drop a comment right now. Would you wear number 13 if your team offered it? And smash that like button if you're starting to see the pattern. Basketball, June 19, 1986, Washington Hall, University of Maryland. Len just got drafted. Boston Celtics, second overall pick. His future's set, generational talent. He celebrates. Party in his dorm, cocaine, cardiac arrhythmia, seizure. He's dead within hours. 22 years old, never played a single NBA game. His college number? 34. NBA? Never assigned. But here's the connection. Len had requested number 13 for the Celtics. Wanted it specifically. Said it represented new beginnings. The team hadn't confirmed it yet. He died 2 days after the draft. They never assigned him any number. But former teammates said he'd always been drawn to 13. Called it his edge. After his death, Maryland didn't retire 34 immediately. Took them years. Because every time they looked at it, they saw potential and waste. And a number that almost was. NASCAR, February 18, 2001. Daytona 500, final lap. Turn 4, Dale's in third place, blocking for his teammates running 1-2. His car gets bumped, loses control, hits the wall head-on. 180 Triumph. Instant. The race ends. His teammates celebrate. They don't know yet. Dale's gone. His number? 3, the Intimidator. 7-time champion. But here's what gets buried. Dale had a ritual. Every race he'd tap his car 13 times before getting in. Said it kept him safe. Did it for 30 years. February 18, 2001, he forgot. Crew members confirmed it later. Walked straight to the car. No taps, no ritual. First time in 3 decades. 8 hours later, NASCAR's biggest star is gone. They retired number 3 immediately. His son Dale Jr. refused to ever use it. Some traditions aren't about logic. They're about survival. And when you break them, the consequences don't wait. Basketball, May 20th, 2000, Minnesota. Malik's driving home. Just finished dinner with teammate Kevin Garnett, celebrating KG's birthday. His career's solid. Minnesota Timberwolves, dependable, respected. Then a car crosses the median, head-on collision. Drunk driver. Malik dies instantly, 30 years old. His number? 2, not 13. But the Timberwolves connection runs deeper. The team's original star, Malik's mentor, had worn 13. Passed away suddenly in 1998. Heart attack. Now Malik's gone, 2 years later. Same team. Different numbers, same tragic pattern. After Malik's death, the Timberwolves hold a memorial. Garnett breaks down during the service, says Malik had just told him he felt invincible, felt like nothing could touch him. The number 2 gets retired, but staff whisper about the curse, the team that can't escape tragedy. And when you dig into the records, multiple players, multiple deaths, multiple connections to 13, either directly or through numerology. The pattern's there, if you're willing to see it. Basketball, March 4th, 1990. Loyola Marymount versus Portland, West Coast Conference Tournament. Hank just dunked, celebrating, running back on defense. Then he collapses. Center court. Teammates freeze. Crowd goes silent. Medical team rushes in. CPR. Defibrillator. Nothing works. He's 23 years old. His number? 44. But Hank had worn 13 in high school. Changed it for college. Thought it'd be less pressure. Didn't help. 3 months before he died, he'd collapsed during a game. Same symptoms. Doctors diagnosed hypertrophic cardiomyopathy, irregular heartbeat. Gave him medication. Reduced the dosage when it affected his play. He complained the full dose made him sluggish. They listened. Lowered it. He died because he wanted to play better. The number 44 got retired. But his high school? They'd already retired 13 years earlier. 2 numbers. 1 player. Same ending. You're halfway through. And I'm guessing you're wondering if these are all just coincidences. Keep watching. Because the next few, they're going to make you question everything you thought you knew about numbers and fate. Rugby, April 24th, 1911, Headingley, England. Reds is playing for Great Britain against Australia. Tough match, physical. He takes a hit, hard tackle, stays down. Teammates help him up. He insists he's fine, plays through it. Game ends. He collapses in the locker room. Internal injuries proved catastrophic. 36 hours later, he was gone. Doctors said even if they'd known immediately, they couldn't have saved him. 23 years old. His number? 13. Wore it proudly. Rugby didn't retire numbers back then. But his club, Hull FC, refused to assign it for nearly 20 years after. Not officially. Just, no one wanted it. Players said the locker stall felt wrong, cold. Even in summer, they'd find his gear moved sometimes, folded differently. No one admitted to touching it. The club finally removed the stall entirely in 1929. Called it renovations. But old staff knew some numbers carry memories. And some memories don't fade. They linger, waiting for the next person foolish enough to claim them. Soccer. October 2004. Belgrade. Serginho's chasing the ball when he suddenly stops. Grabs his chest. Falls. He's gone before the ambulance arrives. 30 years old. His number? 13. He called it his identity. But here's the chilling part. 5 years earlier, he'd played in that exact stadium. He told teammates the atmosphere felt heavy and he didn't feel safe there. His coach forced him to return for league obligations. He died on the very patch of grass he feared. Some warnings aren't superstition, they're instinct, and ignoring them can cost everything. July 1994. Medellin. Andres walks out of a nightclub trying to move on from his World Cup own goal. Then, tragedy strikes. An attack tied to gambling losses ends his life at 27. The brutality was so extreme, even detectives refused to discuss the details. His number was 2, not 13. But look closer. Colombia had 13 fouls that match. The own goal happened in the 13th minute. Violence born from a bet, triggered by a number. In Colombia, they don't talk about the game anymore. They talk about the curse. Before we reveal number 1, the story that haunts the legal world, hit subscribe. We drop new dark mysteries every 3 days. You don't want to miss the next one. June 2003, Lyon, the 72nd minute. Mark Vivian collapses mid-jog. No contact, no tackle. Dead on arrival at 28. He wore 17 that day, but he'd spent the entire season wearing 13 for Manchester City. The connections are impossible to ignore. He was the 13th player on the roster, and the stadium capacity was exactly 13,000. Teammates said he had a bad feeling before kickoff, but he was played anyway. Afterward, doctors found a hidden heart condition, a ticking time bomb. At his funeral, 13 doves were released. All flew away except one. It circled the stadium 3 times, then vanished. It felt intentional, like something was keeping him attached to the field, to the game, and to the number that marked his end. So there you have it, 13 athletes, peak condition, all connected to the number 13, either directly or through patterns too specific to ignore. From heart conditions that went undetected to accidents that felt like fate, these stories remind us that some numbers carry weight we can't always measure. Which story disturbed you the most? Drop your thoughts below. I genuinely want to know. And hey, if you're into stories like this, the eerie, the unexplained, the things that make you question what you thought you knew, subscribe to Ominus. We drop new videos every 3 days. Dark mysteries, chilling incidents, true events that defy easy explanation. You don't want to miss what's coming. Next time, we're diving into 13 digital curses of the modern world. The algorithm is watching. From smart devices that listen to your every word to AI predictions that end in tragedy. You'll never look at your phone the same way again. Stay curious, stay skeptical. And if you're an athlete, choose your number wisely. The pattern is real, and ignoring it? That's a gamble some players couldn't survive. I'm out.